People, crazy ass redneck coming to you from the concrete jungle. I got this hooked in on my Kindle over there in my battery box, but this is fixing to show you what's kind of impressive. I can actually use my inverter as pretend like it's the grid, because I got that air conditioner run in here off of my plug. It's going to my little Kindle out here. And they say you can't use these grid ties if you are off grid, which is a load of mess, because if you know how to do it, you can do it. My little battery box here. This is the wire going into that plug in the closet. This is going to my grid tie right here. And as you can see, the green light's on. And we're only pulling 480 watts in here. That's 12 volts there coming off my battery. 480 watts. So it is actually making like that this is the grid and that is grid tie, and it's done picked up, but that's this Kindle, the sine wave on there is so good that it will run the grid tie and make this act like 2,200 watt if that was at full power. It's not, but I've only got 6 panels hooked to it. I did have it hooked in here, but I just wanted to try it out and make sure that my brain wasn't going crazy. And you can see I got all my fans in here, and got this going into my charge controller, which unfortunately they said this one will not hook and run lithium batteries. And these little farts here will. I don't get that, but whatever. I'm gonna try something here in a little bit to see if this thing here, if I reset the voltage on here for topping out, if it stops putting power back into the batteries. Once the lithium gets full, it's full. You know, and I don't want to mess them batteries up, because them things expensive as heck. But they are damn good for what they do. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that it can be done. So if in the middle of the day you ain't got your little grid tie or your regular inverter hasn't got enough of to do what you need to do, and the sun's shining, you got extra panels hooked up for a grid tie, just take your grid tie and hook it into your other inverter, your off-grid inverter, as long as it's pure sine. It has to be pure sine and put out a good wave, because if it don't put out a good wave, the grid tie will not catch it and hook into it, because it's got to hook up to the pattern of the sine wave on the inverter in order to make sure that everything's good, and it turns it on. Because if that don't have power going from the grid or from your inverter, it won't come on. It'll just have a red light there. But all of that power is coming off of these 6 panels. Like I say, was hooked into that. It's all now going into that which boosts the power of my regular Gendel here. And that's the off-grid. So basically, I'm using the off-grid as the grid. So anyway, that's all I wanted to show you. So later, people, give me a thumbs up if you like the idea.